Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Vanessa of Servants Crochet. Today's tutorial we are going to be making this beach-like crochet shirt, which was won by Michael B. Jordan and it was created by Valentino. I love the shirt so much. It's so beautiful and creative, and yeah, I just had to recreate it. I'm a clothes and fashion lover, but I don't know the details about fashion shows and all that, but I knew I had to do this shirt. So let's get right into the tutorial. So this is the yarn I'm using two colors, and that is green and blue, and I'm using my 3mm crochet hook. Okay guys, you're going to start by making a slip knot, of course, and then you are going to chain a chain that is long enough to go from your shoulder to your waist, basically the length of the entire shirt. So this entire tutorial is measurement based, but where needed I'm going to tell you the number of stitches I made for each. So this is how long mine was. This was like a male size for the shirt, so this was really long. Honestly, I don't remember the number of stitches I did, but go ahead and measure from your shoulders to perhaps your waist or your hips, depending on the length that you want. Then you chain extra 2, then you're going to do double crochets downwards. Right now we are doing the 2 front panels. Okay, I apologize if I'm all over the place. So we are starting with one side of the front panels. So work your double crochet till you get to the end. This is how mine is looking like. Then we are going to start with row number 2 basically. So you chain 4, turn your work, yarn over, count 5 stitches, and into the 5th stitch you do 4 double crochets. So that's 1, 2, 3 and 4. We have 4 double crochets in the same stitch. Chain 1, yarn over, count 4, and into the 5th stitch you do 5 double crochets into that 5th stitch. Okay, so you're just going to repeat this pattern until you get to the end of your work. So this is basically a 1 row repeat pattern. Okay, you'll get this done very easily and very fast. So just go ahead and do that, and I'm going to get back to you when we get to the end of our work. Okay, so this is how mine is looking like. In case you're wondering, I had a total of 26 clusters of 4 for the second row. Basically this is the second row. So to continue to the next row, you're going to chain 4. Like I said, this is a 1 row repeat. You chain 4, then you turn your work, and into the chain 1 space you're going to put 4 double crochets into that chain 1 space. So go ahead and put 4 double crochets, then you chain 1 like so, then 4 double crochets into the next chain 1 space. So you're going to do this until you have your entire front panel basically. So just keep working like this, and I'm going to let you guys know how many rows I did for the front panel. Please make sure you pay attention and don't skip any part so you don't get confused. Okay, so this is a different angle, but I'm done with my front panel. Like I said, it was a 1 row repeat, but I'm going to show you guys how I interchange colors and all that. So the total number of rows for the front panel is 26 rows. Remember, you had a 1 row of double crochet, then 25 rows of the granny stitch. This is the granny stitch we are working. So we have 1 row of double crochet, please take note, 1 row of double crochet, 5 rows of the green only, 3 rows of blue, 9 rows of green, 8 rows of blue and green. So when you start with the blue and green bows, make sure you do 7 clusters of 4 of the green, then the rest are going to be blue, and you're going to do this for 8 rows basically. And you're going to do your second panel exactly the same way, and you're going to have a back panel. Now our back panel is a total of 55 rows. Okay, we have 55 rows. We have 8 blue, 9 green, 3 blue, 6 green, 3 blue, 6 green again, 3 blue, 9 green, 8 blue, total 55 stitches. Now please, if you do not understand it very well, you can go ahead and pause the video, and I think the video is clear enough for you to pause it, then go ahead and count everything yourself. Okay, So the next thing I did were the sleeves. So after the two front panels into the back panel and the sleeves are easy. I chained 30, and you can go ahead and measure your upper arm. Mine was 18 inches. Then I did our normal pattern, and I did 1 row of double crochet, 15 rows of blue, 8 of green, and 15 blue again, then 1 double crochet at the end. So the sleeves were a total of 40 rows, 38 of the granny stitch, then 2 rows of normal double crochet. Please remember, everything is measurement based. For the front and back panel, measure your shoulder from shoulder to shoulder, then the length, then the arms. Okay guys, if I'm to open it up to show you guys everything, so this is the back panel, those are the 2 sleeves, and those are the 2 front panels. So that's everything lined up. That is how it's looking like. I just wanted to show you guys a clear, image of how it looks like. So let's just get back to stitching. Like I said, we are going to stitch from here to here, then stitch from here to here, then we are going to stitch the sleeves like this. By the way, that's the order in which I stitch everything. Normally, even when I'm doing my sweaters, that's how I do. So I'm going to stitch like this, then I am going to stitch like this, then I am going to stitch the sides, from the since the sleeves are going to be looking like this, I'm going to stitch from the sleeves to the sides, on both sides obviously. Okay guys, so this is how everything looks like. That is the 2 front panels. Let me show you guys. These are the 2 front panels here. As you can see, it matches. I decided to make it to match, the back panel, since I couldn't find any picture on how the back panel, the back of the shirt looked like. So I decided to make all of them match the front. Then we have the 2 sleeves. I know the 2 sleeves may be looking short, but this is a very big shirt, so it's going to be fine. Just know that. And I'm going to measure 10-inch gap. So basically what I did was to make the sleeve, I just measured 18 inches so that it can stretch to 20, because that is why I want I apologize for that. So I first of all made sure that the armhole is 10 inches. Basically, I had already put in my mind that the armhole is going to be 10 inches. Then I made the sleeve to be 18 inches so that I can stretch to 10. Yeah, so that's it. So all that's going to be left is to single crochet. So I'm going to join everything together. First off, I'm going to join the top part, and I'm going to end somewhere around here, to leave the here and here. Then I'm going to single crochet everything first. I'm going to join like this. Then I am going to single crochet the sleeves to the top, same for the other side. Then I'm going to single crochet downwards like so. Then I'm going to come back up here. Then I am going to do the collar. But before that, I'm thinking of adding a row, or just 1 row of, I think, half double crochet here, then another half double crochet on this other side, so they can, be equal and join together at the front. But after that, I'm going to do the neckline, or the collar, sorry. And basically the collar, I'm going to skip about 1 inch from where it's supposed to end. From the midpoint, I'm going to skip 1 inch, then I'm going to start the collar there. So that's just like a rundown of everything. I hope you guys understood. So yeah, that's it. I really hope you guys understood whatever I said. So let's get to it. So to stitch the parts together, I basically just use single crochet. So you insert your hook, pull up a loop between the 2 parts, making sure that you're matching up the stitches. Then you single crochet to join. You can go ahead and sew, you can slip stitch, do whichever one is comfortable for you. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Tell me what you think in the comment section. And if you are confused about anything in the video, please let me know. I am going to answer all of your questions. Like I said in the beginning, this is not a beginner tutorial. You need to have some knowledge of crochet to be able to do this, okay? So I'm just single crocheting till I get to the green portion. Then I'm just going to change color. You can single crochet with the same color if you want, but for some reason I like to switch colors when I get to a place where there are different colors, okay? Yeah, so, and I'm just carrying all my excess yarn and tucking it in at the same time. Right guys, so please tell me what you think about this shirt in the comment section. Also, I did a vlog type video on this shirt is the first video I posted, so it'll be already up on the channel before the tutorial, so go ahead and check it out. You know, the entire process of me making the shirt and everything, which is not a tutorial. Like I said, it's in a vlog like format. Yeah, so go ahead and check it out. Tell me what you think about it. Share this video to someone who you think might need it. And yeah, so just go ahead and single crochet the way I told you guys to do in order to join your shirt. And I'm going to meet you guys when I'm done. So this is how our shirt is looking like when I'm done stitching the panels, the front and the back, the two front panels to the back panel, leaving at least a half and an inch and a half gap, you know, for our color. This is how it looks like on me. Yeah, that's how it looks. Okay, right, so we are going to continue stitching, so go ahead and get your sleeves. Remember, make your sleeves however long you want them. It all depends on you. Yeah, so I'm just going to use the same format and stitch my sleeves to my front and back panel, just the way I'm showing you guys. Okay, so this is how the shirt looks like when I'm done stitching part of the sleeves. That's how it's looking like. I apologize for the quality. Like, it was raining real hard, places got dark real fast, so I'm just going to go ahead and stitch from the arm to the sides, and then we are going to get to working on the collar and the middle part of our shirt. Okay, so here I was done stitching it. Now we are going to work on our collar, and I am skipping one hole, basically. Let's just say an inch. Yeah, I'm skipping an inch away from the edge. Then I'm just going to work my regular granny stitch. So I'm going to chain 3, then I'm going to put 3 double crochets in there to make it 4, chain 1, then 4 double crochets into the following spaces, and I'm going to be carrying all my excess yarn there as I'm going, and I'm going to make sure I stop in the exact same place where I started. Then, like I said, this is a 1 row repeat pattern. It is very simple, very easy, and we are just going to continue doing this, and when we get to the end of our collar, I'm going to let you guys know how many rows I did. So I apologize if this video is a little bit fast paced, but honestly, if you have, you know, adequate knowledge in crochet, this is going to be a breeze for you. I'm going to post a beginner friendly tutorial on how to make shirts in general, so when you learn that, you can, you know, quickly grasp this. Okay, yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and finish up my collar, and I'm going to meet you guys back. So this is my complete collar. I did a total of 7 rows, 2 green rows, 3 blue rows, and 2 green rows. Okay, so that's how our collar is looking like right now. Now we are going to work on the front part of our shirt, and I wanted to add basically a ribbing to this front, so I decided to use some front and back post double crochets. I actually started at the bottom. I'm going to show you guys in a minute. Yeah, so I started at the bottom, inserted my crochet hook, I just chained up 2, chain 2, then I started working my front post and back post double crochet, and I did this for just 1 row. Okay, front post and back post double crochet for 1 row. So you could do 2 rows, you could do 3 rows, depending on how thick you want it to be. It's not going to affect the the size of the shirt, because we are going to be adding buttons to the shirt. And if you look at how shirts look like, they usually have that thickness at the front. So yeah, but I would say maximum, if you want to add to front and back post double crochet, make it 3 rows, but I did 1. Okay, so yeah, I'm just going to be done with the ribbing on both sides, then I'll meet you guys back. Alright, so this is how my front and back post double crochet ribbing is looking like. And now it's time to put in our buttons. Now to gauge the distance of the buttons, very easy. I had a total of 5 buttons. I had 5 buttons, so I just placed 1 at the top, 1 at the bottom, 1 in the middle, cut it in half, then cut it in half again. So I didn't do no measurements whatsoever. Then you are going to grab your thread. I used a green thread. I inserted the thread into the darning needle. Then I basically sewed my buttons down. You could find any tutorial on how to sew buttons. Yeah, so I just doubled my yarn, then sewed down my buttons. So sewing the buttons, I sewed them I took it kinda inside, like away from the ribbing, because I wanted sort of coverage when it's time to button the shirt. I don't know if I'm making sense, because if you sew your buttons right at the edge of the ribbing, it's basically just it's not going to have enough coverage for the front of the shirt, basically. Hopefully that made sense. Yeah, so just go ahead and sew your buttons away from the ribbing. Then I'm going to meet you guys back. Okay, make sure you find the correct matching hole to fit your buttons in. Yeah, or when you're making the ribbing for the other side, you could make your own buttonholes, skip a few rows when you're making the front and back post double crochet, if you do not want to use the actual holes of the granny stitch. All of that depends on you. Okay, so this is how our shirt is looking like so far. I know she's looking like child's play, but it's going to be fine. And I promise this is for a tall adult male, okay? So I'm just unbuttoning it so you guys can see. I know I look crazy, but that's fine, okay? Yeah, so this is how it's looking like. And I'm going to show you guys flat on the floor. Yeah, this is how the shirt is looking like. Honestly, I started feeling very confident after this. So next part is our flowers. We have light pink yarn, dark pink yarn, and brown yarn, and we are going to start by making the petals. Okay, so you start by making a slip knot as you normally would. Then you're going to chain 3 chains, 1 2 3, then yarn over, going to the very first chain, then insert 2 double crochets to make a total of 3 double crochets for our petal. So this is row number 1. Row number 2, you're going to chain 2, turn your work into the first stitch. You're going to put 2 double crochets into that first stitch. Then you're going to put 1 double crochet into the following stitch, like that. Then you're going to put 2 double crochets into the last stitch, 2 double crochets into that last stitch. Okay, so we are doing some sort of increase only at the corners. Then you're going to chain 2, turn your work, and we are going to increase again. Okay, you're going to chain 2, turn your work into the first stitch, put 2 double crochets, and now you're going to have 2 double crochets, normal double crochets. So that's our second double crochet, that's an increase. We have 2 stitches in the middle, so we're going to put 1 double crochet into the first stitch, 1 double crochet into the second stitch, then the last stitch you're going to do 2 double crochets. Okay, into that same stitch. Right, it's 3 double crochets that we had in the middle, guys. 3, not 2. So chain 2, turn your work, then you're going to do 2 double crochets into the first stitch for our increase again. Then you're going to have 5 regular double crochets, no increase. So we have 5 double crochets in the middle, then 2 double crochets at the end. Okay, so we have our increase at the corner again. So yeah, so we are ending our petal here. This is a small size of the flowers, by the way. So for row number 5, we are going to have a decrease, that is crocheting 2 stitches together, that is 1. Then we are going to have 3 double crochets, 2, 3. Then the last 2 stitches we're going to have a decrease again. So you're basically doing the reverse of what you did at the beginning. So you go ahead and reduce all of those stitches onto your left with basically 3 stitches, you know, the way we started. And you can go ahead if you want to, because I did bigger petals, so you could do the increases such that there are 7 regular double crochets in the middle. You can make the petals as big as you want, but here I'm just showing you the general tutorial on how to do the petals. Okay, so this is what our finished petal is looking like. Yeah, so we end up with 3 stitches, and when you're cutting off your yarn, you should probably leave, you know, a very long end. Yeah, definitely leave very long yarn end. Okay, so each of our flowers had 5 petals, so go ahead and do 4 others, right? And get your darning needle, take your thread, the long end of the thread, then put in your darning needle. Then I'm just getting the ends. I'm just trying to do the first connecting of our petals just like this. Then I'm basically going to stitch the sides together, going back and forth, just like that, continuously. Okay, remember you're doing this stitching on the wrong side of your petals. Okay, so I stitch until I get halfway through of our petals, then I just knot it, then I cut it off. Okay, like so. Then when I want to start making the other petals, I'm actually going to start from the middle and work my way towards the inside so that I can easily connect with the other petals without cutting my yarn. So you're going to use the same method to join all the petals. By the way, you need a total of 6 of them. You need 4 small ones and 2 big ones. Okay, so I'm just going to do that until I'm done. And here I have my petals joined complete, looks like a little starfish. And here of course I trimmed off all the all the excess thread or yarn. So I have a neat looking petal, and we are moving on to the next step. Now I don't know how to call this, but you know those tiny stalks in the middle of flowers, please let me know the name down in the comment section. We are going to be making those. Okay, so this is called surface slip stitch. So I insert my hook and I pull up the yarn. Look at my hand movement. I'm just inserting my hook, yarning over, and I'm going to be pulling through. Okay, this is called surface slip stitching. So I'm just going to do this. I prefer that you map out how you want these tiny stalks to look like on the flower. Map it out before you start doing it. And I did a straight line, then went to the left, then went back to the right without cutting the yarn. Then basically we are creating these T-like shapes. Okay, then I made sure I made them in different directions. You can see what I am doing here. You could check out their tutorials online on how to do a surface slip stitch, or if you want me to do a separate tutorial, let me know. So I'm just doing surface slip stitching, then going, when I make the long stalk, I surface slip stitch to the left, then I go back to the right without cutting my yarn. And yeah, This is how it looks like at the end, and I've cleaned up everything. I had a total of 5 of them. Okay, so the next part is the stalk. Honestly, the stalk is very easy. Just create a slip knot. Chain 10 plus 2 is going to be a turning chain. Then we're basically doing 1 row of double crochet for the stalk basically. Now I'm going to be honest with you guys, when it was time for me to make these flowers, I was scared. I thought they looked weird. I still think they do look weird, but I was like, no, I have to look for a way to make the shirt the way I can. So, and those flowers on the original photo, honestly, they looked so hard to crochet. I tried my best. I know I tried my best. Yeah, so it wasn't easy basically. Please, if at this point you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe and turn on the notification bell. And I'm going to leave my Instagram handle down in the description box, yeah, or in the comment section, so that if you have anything that you want me to recreate, go ahead and let me know. Okay, so that was our complete stalk. Okay, it was nothing too hard. The next thing we had to do was a leaf, and our leaf is the same formula of making our petals. You know, you chain 3, insert 2 double crochets into the first stitch, then you start doing your increases till your leaf is basically, you know, the size you want. I did a total of 5 rows. Okay, my leaf was a total of 5 rows. Don't ask me why I have brown leaves. Okay, there were brown leaves on the picture of the original shirt, and it didn't make sense to even make green leaves because the shirt is green. Okay, darling, now that we are done with our leaf and stalk, we are going to sew them to a flower. So we're just sewing them at the edge like this. Just use the same stitching method that you use in stitching, you know, the petals together. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Very simple, very easy. Okay, now when you're done with attaching a stalk, go ahead and attach your leaf. I simply tied mine, guys. I used that excess yarn to tie it to the stalk, and yeah, honestly, that was basically it. Nothing too hard. Then go ahead and cut off, tuck in all of that excess, you know, all that stray yarn. Then I'm going to meet you guys back. Okay guys, so this is how our complete flowers look like. Honestly, when I made this, it looked so crazy, but when I put them on the shirt, I was like, oh, okay, let's see where this goes. Okay, this was a trust the process tour video. It really was. So yeah, and it gave that beachy feeling to it. I'll show you. So this is me just showing you guys how I sewed down the appliques to the shirt. I just pinned down all the sides, and I already have a tutorial on how to sew appliques to crochet projects. So check out the tutorial, link in the description box. And honestly, that ended the tutorial. That was it. That is it for this tutorial basically. And yeah, tell me what you think down in the comment section. By the way, I steam blocked this shirt which made it to be more loose and flowy, and that's why it's looking so big on me compared to when it looked like when I measured it before I attached the flowers. So I steamed blocked it. Okay, I used an iron. All right, so yeah, that is basically it for this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, click notification bell. Honestly, I'll be waiting for you guys in the comment section to hear your honest feedback, and this is how it looks like on me. So yeah, I'm going to see you either in the vlog video or any of my other videos. So see you then. Bye.